Welcome back, DigiDs, to an episode of Peglin. I let you listen a little bit to the music there for the first few seconds because I tell you what, this game has just straight got it bopping the entire time. Now, the premise of this game is pretty simple, and honestly, it's already given you kind of an image of it there in the background. It's essentially Plinko? I think that's the correct word. I don't know if that's the correct word. I don't know. But you shoot these orbs. You shoot these orbs, you hit these pegs, you get abilities like the refresher, like that green one. You can get criticals that do more damage. Each orb has different abilities, and you can get relics. It's like a roguelike. You kind of go through different stages and levels, build up your deck of different boons and pluses, and let's actually just take a look at the game. The best way to explain it is always just to play it, so let's just go ahead and hit a new game and take a look at what we have here. Now, it is still kind of early. I mean, it's been pretty refined at this point, but I know that they do eventually want to have like more characters, and maybe they'll add DLC and stuff in the future. But yeah, it says more classes are coming soon. So right now we do just have the main Peglin, but we do get its starting relic. So let's take a look here. So bombs can be detonated in one hit, so typically they take 2 and they do a lot of damage. Enemies don't get their extra turns for your first reload. Okay, so like during my reload, usually they get an extra phase because I have to reload all my orbs. Your aimer is longer and displays an additional bounce. Ooh, now, because that's what we are, you'll see here in a moment, but we are aiming our orbs kind of with, let's take this. You'll see why. We're just a few seconds away from actually taking a look so we can explain it better. Going into our first mission. As you can see, we have our orb here, and we get all of these different types of maps. Like I can hit this refresh and refresh all of the orbs that I've hit before. We got bombs in the center right now, and if I hit those, they do 50 damage, I believe, per. Typically, they take 2 hits to blow up. And some of these, may notice, also have like these yellow parts in the middle of the pegs that are gold. That words? I hope you understood that. They are the pegs with gold inside them, and gold because there are markets and items and shops that you can go to later on to actually use some of that gold. But let's take a look at where we can actually shoot here. And I don't know if you noticed, but it kind of looks like a slime. We're battling slimes right now in our very first battle, and this whole structure kind of looks a little bit like a slime. It's adorable. So let's see if we can try to get to these bombs here. Let's get 2 of these pegs taken out immediately so I have a full access to the center and have it bounce around. Now, as you can see, each one is doing damage as I bounce on them. Why is that? Well, right now, for example, I have the dagger orb. The dagger orb does 1 damage per regular peg hit. But if I were to hit, like, let's say one of these criticals, then during that critical, every peg hit after that then does 7 damage per. So let's actually take a look and show you. So I want this to bounce back to the right. So I hit the critical. Now every single one I hit does 7 damage, right? It still takes a couple hits to blow up the bombs, which I did blow up 1, which is good. And it does damage to all of them. So that did 70 damage because of the critical. But now this is a regular stone. A regular stone does 2 damage per gray peg hit, but 4 damage per critical afterwards, right? But I say let's ignore that. Let's just blow up some bombs. That's 1 done right there. That's 50 damage per bomb. So he's dead. Now, it can be sometimes more beneficial to save those towards the end because, as you saw there, all the bombs blew up, but then the next enemy just came out undamaged. But now that we beat the level, we get a choice on what kind of new orb that we want to choose. So we can get a Swarb. No special effects, but I bet it probably upgrades to something. But it does 3 damage to gray pegs and 5 damage per critical. So it's a pretty good base orb to have. We have another dagger orb, so it does a lot of damage per critical. We have a critty ball. Every attack is a crit. Convert every 8 pegs hit to crits. Doesn't activate crits when hit. Activated, contribute to your attack damage. Okay, so it does 0 damage per grays, but 4 per crits. And this is called a ball lightning. Zaps an additional gray every bounce, can target any enemy. Critical hits attack all enemies in a targeted column. Okay, so this is kind of where you get the whole point of building your deck of different orbs, or I can just also choose to upgrade an orb, but it takes 25 gold. Now, as you can see, we only have 43 gold here up in the top right, so we can only really do 1. Now, honestly, I'm not really loving any of these choices. If anything, I might choose the Swarb. But at this point, I think I'd rather... Yeah, nothing is necessarily speaking out to me in this. I think I'd rather just upgrade the Dagger Orb so it does 10 damage per for the crits hit and call that good. So I know that there are better choices out there. You know, I've played this game a little bit, and I also watch, you know, Aliens Rock, and he plays this a lot, and I like watching his content on that. He does different challenges, but he makes it look so easy. I think he... Ooh, you find yourself looking at 2 identical altars, each with the perfect location to place an orb. Place an orb on an altar, duplicate an orb. Nice. So let's just go ahead and duplicate my dagger orb too. Beautiful, now I got 2 level 2s. That's great. So let's actually look at the map though, right? So we're on a question mark. I probably should have done this earlier, but we still got time. We can see if we go to the left, we'll actually reach a treasure chest. If I want, I could just go, although if I wanted, I could go question mark, another question mark to like skip past enemies, but they could be enemies. Question marks can be anything, right? But I do want some more gold. I need more choices on orbs. You know, it's only like the first, you know, start of the game. So I think I'm going to go ahead and fight these guys, try to go left and fight those guys, and then go to the chest. And then let's see... Can I make my way over in time? I cannot. So the chests typically give you a relic, but if you fight these bosses, the elites, you can also get a relic. Now, oh, there are 2 chests here on the right-hand side. Can I somehow reach my way over after this? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, not quite. But, ooh, I just thought of something though. However, look at this path. Look at this path. What I want to do now, I want to go this question mark, take the center so I can get a relic here off the boss, a relic here, so that's 3 relics, fight this one, that's 4 relics, and then hit a shop. And then I can hit a shop, and then anything else down below? No, then just a couple battles, and then I can hit the question mark down. Okay, we got our path, that's what we're going to do. Hopefully we'll have enough health to fight a second boss, you know, mini boss afterwards. So let's go ahead and to the right-hand side. Please, let's not mess this up. Good thing I have a secondary trajectory line now. That really helps not mess up your shot a little bit, you know. You find a waterfall just off the path. What secrets might it be hiding? I don't know, let's check behind the waterfall. Powder collector. Every 30 hit is converted to a bomb. Okay, yeah, that's a nice new relic. I'll take that. You find a hidden treasure behind the waterfall. Woo! So now we need to go, yeah, to the other question mark. Let's see if I can actually get this to work. Ooh, can I somehow... How am I going to keep this over here? There we go. I think let's go ahead and try to bounce this off the other pegs into the corner here. Yeah. Then we have to go to the right. Ooh, we got another battle. Okay, that's good. Let's just immediately activate one of these bombs. At least try to. Let's get a single hit on it. 24 damage, not half bad. We may as well actually wait an extra turn for these to come out. Yeah, there we go. So now I can activate it because then I can get this out of the way, get prepared for the last one. Now all I need is 10 damage to hurt them. They're all out. Let's go ahead and try to activate the second bomb. Dang, I did nothing. But I don't have to worry about that because just, yeah, another bomb. And it kills all the slimes. These are still the early levels. It gets much more difficult later on, so I need to start building up my deck. That's why I'm trying to go for all those relics. Let's take a look here. We got another lightning ball. We got another dagger orb. We got a warp hammer. Dense overflow. Overflow causes excess damage to carry over to the next enemy. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Because that way, if I do like 100 damage onto an enemy that only has like 2 health, or normally the damage would just hit the 2 health and that'd be it. None of it would go to the next character. But with that though, it could carry over. What is it? A 4/5? That's not bad. That's not bad. Reorganizer looks complicated with shuffling, like 6 pegs hit up to 10, shuffle. I don't even want to read all that. Warp hammer. Let's go ahead and add that to the deck. And we do have enough to upgrade an orb. Ooh, do we want to upgrade the dagger orb? Or we could upgrade the warp hammer. If I upgrade it, it says it destroys whatever that is in 1 hit as well. It upgrades to a 5/7. I think that's worth it. But for now on, I think we want to save up our gold so that way we can kind of get prepared for the merchant in the future. Let's get a couple of hits. No, 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 no. Oh, dang it. I landed in the center and took extra damage. Let's get a little bit of extra gold while we're here. It was only an extra 2 damage, so it wasn't a whole lot. Oh, wow. Now, this is going to be a little bit more of a challenge immediately right off the bat. Let's see if I can try to stick to one side so that way I can focus on maybe getting some of these bombs out to just do massive damage to all these characters. Or, I don't know why I keep calling them characters, you know, these enemies. The bats do move faster. I believe the plant, though, in there in the back spits acid. So let's hope that doesn't start going. Ooh, I converted one of them. Nice. Does that mean it carries over? So it carried over from last mission to this one on the amount of pegs that have been hit. And then converted it to a bomb. Because that seemed pretty early. I don't think I've hit 30 pegs yet in this, you know, level. But I'm having trouble trying to keep these in the center of these. They're going right down the center of, like, in between the blocks. I got one bomb off, which is nice. Now that they're getting closer, I'm starting to take a little bit more damage. Let's see. Yeah, come on, get trapped in there, get trapped in there. Hit all the bombs. All of the enemies are out. There we go. That should clear them all out. Perfect. Let's look at our choices. So we have something called a Roborb. Extra bouncy. Ooh, that's fun. Ball lightning. Another word zaps additional pegs nearby. A Necromancer can only hit bombs. Hit. So I guess when pegs are hit and like disappear, they become that tiny little blip. So they are refreshed back to full ones. Can target enemy. Upgrades can hit once. Okay, a little bit complicated, but honestly, I don't think that's what I'm looking for right now. Not a build I'm looking for. So it can only hit bombs. They refresh the pegs, can target any enemy, and they upgrade the pegs for an additional damage per. Pegs are hit when an orb physically makes contact with them. In most cases, orbs activate pegs when hit. Okay. Well, not exactly what I'm looking for. A Assault Orb upgrades pegs hit +1 damage. Now, that's not bad. A 2/4 that also gives them +1 damage. I think that's just kind of a good base, you know, ball to have. But I don't think exactly what I'm looking for still. So let's go ahead and move on. Because we do have the mini boss coming up next. There we go. 110 per, but not quite. I think he's coming last. Yep. Let's clear out. Wow. If I could keep on talking properly. Lose my voice. If I can just clear out a lot of these slimes as they come out before the main guy comes out, then I should be able to direct all of my damage to the actual boss. Because right now, they're just absorbing damage. Getting a lot of gold on this one, though. Almost every peg has some gold in it. I'm gonna have to buy something after this. I can't keep hoarding all this gold too much. I do need some of it for... Oh, see, that's the overflow damage I was talking about. It's really nice because it carried on over. Doesn't look like I'm gonna have an opportunity to get into that critical with this dag orb, but let's hope it can somehow make its way there. No, not quite. Only 7 damage. May as well go ahead and get this bomb activated. It's a good, you know, free 50 damage. Ooh, it just moved twice there because I had to reload, and me reloading counts as a turn. He's getting closer. I think in a couple of more turns, he's gonna be close enough to start hitting me. There we go. Oh, I think I'm gonna need a refresh. Let's start clearing out this right-hand side. Dang, not quite what I'm looking for. There we go. But let's get that refresh. Nice. Now we have all of our pegs back. Let's aim for that bomb and start getting more damage collected up. Hit the critical. Nice. All the damage then starts, you know, goes to the next level. Get these criticals over here on the other side. I don't know if double crits change anything. I don't think they do. A crit is a crit. If anything, hitting another crit is bad because the crit itself doesn't necessarily contribute to damage because it doesn't count as a peg. Taking quite a beating over here, but he's down to only 10 health. There we go, 80 damage. What do we have? All orb nothing? Weak regular damage that cannot be modified. Massive damage on crit. So 0 and 9. That's just a better dagger orb, essentially. Which isn't half bad, but if you don't have access to a crit, you know, to hit, you're kind of right out of luck. It's not, you know, they're going to be doing 0 damage, right? Weak regular damage that cannot be modified, huh? I wonder if that means even if you upgrade it. Not sure. Reorbanizer, shuffle the crits in every 6 pegs hit, up to 10. Shuffle them when its orb is discarded. Nah. However, Inferno Orb, lighter than other orbs, detonates bombs in one hit, destroys shields in one hit, deals 2 self-damage when fired. Okay, so a little bit of self-damage, just, I guess not too bad. Pegs are hit when an orb physically makes contact with them. In most cases, orbs activate one hit. Okay, yeah, so I can use that really well for bombs, right? Or another choice at the rubber orb. I kind of want to... How far away are we from... We're still quite a distance away from the shop. I'm going to go take relic, boss, and then shop, right? But the boss, I'm probably going to get like 20 gold. Enough to... Yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade an orb. Let's get the... No, let's get the Warp Hammer level 3 so we can get more carryover damage. Let's get the Inferno Orb, because that's pretty good in general. So if I get a whole cluster of bombs, I can activate them. And now we'll be fine to continue. Take a relic. Ooh, then bombs will deal more damage. A good possible choice. Whenever you lose health, deal 2 times that amount to all enemies. Oh, okay, so when I fire, though, my Inferno Orb, and I deal 2 self-damage, it'll technically do 4 damage to all enemies. That's not half bad. Projectile attacks have overflow. Overflow causes excess damage to carry over to the next enemy. I don't know what counts as a projectile attack. I mean, you're kind of always throwing your orbs, though, right? So that would give everything overflow. Or should I just do an extra 4 damage to all enemies? I could build something around this whenever I lose health. Whenever you lose health, deal 2 that. Okay, so even if I get attacked, that amount also does that amount to all the enemies. That's not half bad. I'll take that. That also means that in the future, there are red bombs that can also do self-damage to you. So when they do self-damage to me, that'll still do damage to everyone else. The board will contain an additional critical or bombs deal an additional 10 damage. You know, I'm starting to kind of build around the idea of bombs. So let's go ahead and try to get more bomb damage. Move off to the right-hand side. Get prepared for this next boss fight. When an enemy hits you with the melee attack, apply blind 10 to that enemy. So they get a 10% chance per time they hit me to miss. I don't think that's a lot. That won't have time to stack up, so that's kind of whatever. All attacks get +1/+0. Alright, yeah, let's get a basic blade. All attacks are just +1, a little bit stronger on regular pegs. That's fine. I'll take it. But onto the boss battle. Ooh, a Minotaur. We might be in trouble, but the second hit is, or the second trajectory is really helping out, because look, if I were to do just a tiny bit more forward, it's going to bounce like that. But if I just bring it back just a tiny bit, I can see it's going to bounce like this. There we go, and actually circle around properly. And I managed to actually get a tap into that bomb as well. A good 102 damage on the first shot, not bad. We actually have the chance to skip a single orb, so let's trash that regular stone orb and activate this critical and go immediately into this cluster of pegs here in the center. A good 90 damage on top of that. Now we do have the Inferno Orb, so let's not waste it on hitting the bomb that's already 1 hit away. Let's go ahead and see if I can hit... Oh, there we go. We can line this up, DGDs. I know we can. I know we can. I'm going the wrong way. I know we can line this up. I saw it for a second. There we go. I'm going to activate both of them in a single hit. I only do 32 base damage, but plus 60 per bomb hit. That's 120. So that's a good 180-ish damage right there. We have another stoner. Where is the refresh? There is the refresh. Let's go ahead and I bet we can hit the refresh kind of off the wall like this. Right? Let's hope that we can. No, I missed. No. We need these orbs back, or we need the pegs back, please. We're about to take a big hit. Oh, he's gonna swing. He's gonna swing. Oh no. I need to get up and out. I'm gonna refresh. Yes, no, I couldn't reach it. Oh boy, 27. He just did like 22 damage to me, but that means that he just did 44 damage to himself, right? Because it retaliates. So this is a 7-9. Let's go ahead and hit this critical. I'm trying to get this shot. Oh, did it make me heavy? Or is this... I think this... Oh, it's a dense... It says it's dense, so it can't be fired as far. It's actually heavy. That's a neat touch. So we killed the boss. Let's take a look. Ooh, Icicle. Regular attack pierces one enemy. Critical hits pierces through enemies or pierces first peg. Not bad. Extraordinary weak crit damage that cannot be modified. So really good base damage. Poltergeist passes through pegs while traveling upwards. Attacks all enemies. That's not bad. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get the Poltergeist. And then, can I upgrade it immediately? I can, but I just remembered I shouldn't, because I am about to reach the merchant. Immediately deal 1 damage to the target enemy for every 2 peg activated. Well, that's not bad. So I could potentially do like an extra 6 to like 10 damage per shot or whatever. All right. Deal extra damage the longer your orbs are in flight. I don't know what the stats are on that in terms of what you mean by flight. Prevent the first time you take lethal damage each battle. Ooh, okay. So you kind of get a saving grace. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take more damage though. I think the faster I can take care of these enemies, the less likely I am to actually start taking damage. Although I do need a good heal. I really hope one of these battles I'm gonna have to start healing instead of buying orbs, as long as I have enough gold. However, this is why I wanted to save the gold. I know it takes about 40 to 50 gold, in this case 50 gold, to buy a relic. Whenever the board is refreshed, deal damage to target enemy equal to the number of pegs restored. Wow, okay, that's pretty good. When an enemy hits you with a melee attack, no, we saw that one before. Deal full damage to enemies with resistances, not bad. Activated refresh and contributed damage. Alright, so that wouldn't make them useless anymore. Out of the best, I think, out of all these though, ooh, Refilibuster has the potential to deal a lot of damage. But then, ask me anything, there are some enemies later down the line that do have a number of resistances. But I think we're gonna have to do the recalibrate because a refresh can be really helpful later on. Let's exit the store. And let's see if we can actually survive. We are actually pretty low health. Oh boy, did not mean to go to the left. No! That's the luck of the draw, I suppose. I'm have to go to the question mark. Alright. Hopefully we can maybe find a, like, healing relic later on, or something to really bring us back. Another refresh contributes a whole bunch of damage. That's nice. 112 right off the bat. This Warp Hammer does carry through, right? So, I think we have a good opportunity. I think I'm gonna play it safe and try to go for that critical. I wanted to see maybe it would like drop down and get lucky and hit that one. That's already a good amount of damage right there. Oh, his corpse becomes an actual log and blocks the damage. Oh boy. But funny enough, they only had enough health left over that when they damaged me, they killed themselves. That's fantastic. That's great. Let's skip this one. I don't have access to a good crit. So let's go ahead and try to refresh. No, I'm too far over. There we go. Yep, activated a couple bombs. Yeah, he's done for. He's done for. He's taking damage constantly every couple that I hit. Perfect. Should I go for another Inferno Orb or Soul Torb? I think I'm better off just taking the heal. I just need the heal, because if I die, it's all for nothing, right? I guess it doesn't really matter whatever direction we go for, except the center. Please don't hit the center. That is a direction that matters. We're one away from the boss. Oh, this is our Poltergeist, the one that does damage to, I guess, everything. Let's see how it works. Let's just... It'd probably help if I got a better shot. But yeah, it looks like it went through everything and did 10 damage. That's cool. If I just, you know, could shoot better. This is kind of a hard one to get a lot of damage stacked up. It has so many easy avenues to kind of just drop down. The Inferno Orb again, not too many bombs that are available. They're all near the bottom, kind of hidden as well. Not many opportunities to get to them. I guess we have to clear a path. Let's see if we can actually clear a path down this direction. Nice, activated 1. I did want that extra 10 damage because some of these slimes do only have 60 health, right? So that's perfect. It kills them off. Activate another bomb, and that's done for. Perfect. Upgrade an orb or heal. Let's go for the heal again, because we've got the boss next, and we can't afford to lose. We very well still have a very a good opportunity to do exactly that, though. Alright, what are we looking at? We have a giant tree in the way, and we have a mole. Alright, we have a critical directly accessible to us, so I'm just gonna go ahead and skip and go to the crit ball and go from here. Now, I remember, I believe this mole actually digs underneath and comes up on the other side, but it gives me a turn to attack him. The bombs do still hurt him. We have another dag orb. Any crits available to me? I do not have any. A 210. No, let's go ahead and get to the Inferno Ball. That'll be more base damage. A cheeky little refresh. Oh, but I do end up hitting a crit somehow off to the right-hand side. But there is no way to count on that actually happening. A Poltergeist? No, a Poltergeist is only 2-2. This is a 3-4. Let's just bounce her around. See if we can keep it stay in. Doesn't get to the refresh. Does hit a crit, though. 48, not half bad. Also hurts itself. Summons a couple of allies. These little pea shooters. I guess Poltergeist is a good one for this at this point, right? Hurts all enemies. It does so little damage, though. Like, look at that. It did only 14. I need to upgrade it if it's going to be of any use to me, I think. I think the only choice is really to activate these bombs, because that'll actually be able to take out all the enemies. Or, you know, at least do damage to all the enemies. Although, of course, remember, each time that they hurt me, they also take damage. So they are kind of also always hurting themselves, which in itself is a little bit funny. Get access to this bomb, should bounce us around. Now we do still, oh no, the crit moved. Dang, I was gonna say we do still have access to the crit, so I was gonna I was gonna give it a chance. Oh, he's at 4 health, 4 health. I don't even want to give you the opportunity to hurt me. There we go. Dies on the spot. Ball lightning again. It really wants me to pick that up. Concentration? Concentration. Type down below in the comments on how that's even pronounced out, because I'm not gonna even try to attempt that again. I almost don't want to pick it simply for the fact because I'm gonna have to pronounce it then. Only hits, refreshes, crits, and bombs. Pierces through all others. Okay, that's kind of nice. So you can go straight for exactly what you want. Can target any enemy. It's a 4/5. Peg hit or when an orb. Okay. But it can go directly through and get anything that I need. So I can always skip over it though, right? So that's not bad. I think that's a good one to have. And I have enough to also upgrade an orb. What happens if I upgrade this? It just goes to a 5/7. I don't think it's going to be useful then in that sense, because it's not really going to contribute any damage in itself if it doesn't activate other pegs. So I should just go ahead and activate or, you know, upgrade my Poltergeist so it can actually be a little bit useful to me. Because that does not do enough damage. Let's take a look at our relics. You no longer obtain gold from gold, but your current shot's total damage is dealt to the target enemy every 2 gold that you collect. Okay, so if I'm ready and set to do 40 damage, but then I collect 2 gold that does that damage to it, it's dealt. The shot's total damage is dealt to the target enemy every 2 gold you collect. That's pretty good. I mean, that'd be good for, I mean, until you run out of gold though, right? So it'd be really good for like bosses, but I think be really bad for, not so useful against regular enemies because you run out of gold quick in those log matches. Orbs get +2/+3, but you can only aim in 4 directions. No, thank you. Every 3 hit provides explosive force until the board is refreshed. Alright. Peg and bombs become weak magnets, and refreshes and criticals become strong magnets. Effect is full strength for 4 seconds and gradually decrease over the next 8 seconds. That's not half bad. I think... Ooh, but no longer obtaining gold. That means I can no longer buy orbs. I can no longer go to shops. Yeah, that's not worth it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and... I think I'm actually going to get this one. Every 3 pegs provides explosive force. That'll keep my pegs alive longer. Or, you know, my orbs alive longer. But we completed the forest DGDs in this first section. But you'll have to just stay tuned and watch out for this next part, because I will be coming out with more Peglin type content like this. We're already sitting at 30 minutes going through that first section. It'll probably go faster in the next episodes, as we already know exactly what we're doing, and a little bit more less to explain. But, you know, before I even try to continue this battle, let's just sign off while looking at the map. This is what you have to look forward to. So stay tuned and keep an eye out for the next episode of Peglin. I'm still bad at outros, so feel free to subscribe, hit the like button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.